Aquarius, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energies. As always, please just take what works and leave what does not. We all know who we are in the story. Now, I sure appreciate each and every one of you. If you appreciate what I do here, hit that like button. Yep, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff really makes a difference to my channel, and I would love to see my channel continue to grow. So if you wouldn't mind, help me out that way. All right, let's see, Aquarius, what's the next 7 to 10 days looking like for you? As always, please just take what works and leave what does not. We all know who we are in the story. All right, so listen, we're starting out here with the 9 of Wands to the 4 of Swords. So when we have a 9 of Wands energy here, you know, I feel as if you're being very, very guarded, because recently I feel as if something happened, you know, that, you know, you were hurt. You don't want to have that happen again. So I'm sensing you just don't trust someone, all right? And when they approach you, I think that's when you throw these walls up and you're like, I'm not so sure whether or not I'm going to trust you, believe you, or have anything more to do with you. All right. Now what I see here that's above you is the Devil card, you know, so I feel as if you realize that somebody who was around you was pretty toxic. And in this situation, you know, I think you realize that you're just not going to let yourself be hurt again. You're just not going to let yourself be, you know, a part of somebody else's game, so to speak. Now, we do have the Knight of Pentacles here behind you, so I feel as if in the recent past, it might have been this person. Maybe, you know, they just weren't making a lot of motions that encouraged you. You know, maybe, you know, they made you an offer and you just weren't so sure whether or not they were sincere. Because we do have this Ace of Pentacles coming upside down. So I feel as if somebody misled you. I think they promised you something and then they didn't deliver. And whatever it was that they promised was probably something you really wanted, something that you were really hoping would come through. And then, you know, it didn't. And it's almost as if they turned their back on you. You know, so whatever this situation is that happened between you and this person, I feel as if you're done. You don't want to deal with it. You're going to move on. You realize that it was very toxic and it just was not for you. Now, what is at the bottom of what's going on, and if you are available and you're single, I feel as if there is somebody else that, you know, you're more interested in, and somebody who's really wanting to come towards you. So if you were hanging on to someone, all right, and you were hanging on to this person, you know, hoping that they would, you know, eventually continue with you and move on. I mean, this horse is not moving. This horse is. So I feel as if, you know, you start to realize that maybe it's time to move on. Maybe you need to, you know, accept an offer from someone else, because I feel as if this knight here wants to go out with you. I feel as if there is somebody in your vicinity who really is interested in you, unlike this Knight of Pentacles, who's kind of like came to a standstill. I think they promised you, oh yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to go here. But at the end of the day, you know, you didn't really count on their energy. And then this other person showed up. So I got to tell you, if you are one of these Aquarians that, you know, you're single and you're available and, you know, there is an opportunity to go out with a different person, you know, you may want to think about that, because I feel as if this person really is interested in going out with you. Now, on another note, though, if you are coupled up, I do have the energy of an Aquarian couple here. We have a King and a Queen of Cups. So I wonder whether or not there was a situation that happened between you and your person, all right? And you, Aquarius, I feel, are the queen here, where, you know, you're being a little closed. I mean, her cup is covered up. She's not really opening up. And this guy here, you know, I think he's waiting to see, you know, when can he approach you. So I feel like something happened, all right? Maybe you're king, or maybe, if, you know, vice versa. We all know who we are in the story, right? I just feel as if one person was doing something that was a little unhealthy. You know, maybe this king was drinking a little too much. Maybe, you know, this queen was emotionally one way or another. I just feel as if Aquarius, it's one of these situations where if you are the one being very, very closed and not wanting to open up and express what you're feeling in regards to a situation, it might be, to your best interest to really open up. Because here we have the Strength card coming up reverse alongside this Page of Swords. All right, sometimes, you don't want to say something for fear of how the other person is going to respond. But if you do not say something, then who is the one being hurt? It's you, right? So I feel as if there's a situation that, you need to speak up. If you want to move past whatever has happened, because I feel as if there was a toxic energy, all right, whether it was another person, a situation, something that somebody was doing, and it bothered you, all right? It just really bothered you that this person was being this way, acting this way, doing whatever it is that they were doing. And I feel as if, you really need to step up and say something, all right? Especially if you want to move past this, because to not say anything, I feel as if you're hurting yourself. You're not empowering yourself. I mean, it's one of those things that gets inside of us and it starts to fester. And then, next thing we know, we're all one way or another. So, this Page of Swords says, you may need to just kind of say what you have to say in order for these clouds to move on by. And once you say what you have to say, even if maybe that person isn't going to like what you have to say, but it's out. It doesn't own you anymore. Now that it's out, we can actually look at it, face it, and then let it go. So I feel as if, if you are involved, and there is a situation going on and you're not wanting to talk about it, not talking about it might not be the right thing to do. All right. Because I do feel as if, there is this opportunity for you to open up and, have a fresh start. But your fear of what they're going to say, maybe you did something that, you don't want them, they're not going to like. It's one of these things. They're going to sense that there's something going on, right? So in sensing what's going on, it starts to build tension. And in building tension, now we're really, really trapped, So I feel as if, whether, it's comfortable or not is not your concern. What's more important is that, you do something and you say what you have to say so that you can get out of this troubled space that you've been feeling. So whatever it is, that has to happen, I feel as if it's the beginning of ending some toxic energy because, sometimes we turn around and we realize that we're not even talking to each other. So I think this is an opportunity for you to really, open up and talk to each other and really see, where everybody stands. Because once we all know where we are and who we are and what we're thinking, now we have some clarity. So I feel like, this could be a very intense week for you, Aquarius, but a very important one because I feel as if, you start to make some shifts and some changes so that you can have a fresh new start so you guys can really walk in a really solid and grounded way towards whatever life it is that you have created with each other. All right, so couple messages there. Take what works, leave what doesn't, people. It is what it is. If it resonated, great. If it didn't, that's okay. Hit that like button. Do me a favor. Help me out. And I will see you at another reading. Check your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Even check your North Node and see if maybe there's a message there for you. All right. So until then, bye now.